What's up, guys? I was gonna try to record outside, um, but it's just too damn cold right now. As you can see, the image is a little bit shaky and moving. I'm using my new GoPro, so hopefully this works. The reason I mentioned that, the reason I mentioned that I was going to record outside is actually part of why I wanted to do this video. If any of you that watch these videos are familiar with Jeff Dunham, and you are familiar with his puppet Ahmed, you know that one of the early jokes that he had with Ahmed was when Ahmed was first talking about being a suicide bomber. And Jeff was talking to Ahmed about being a suicide bomber, and they had talked about the fact that there was a suicide bomber training school. And Jeff asked Ahmed what the main focus was, or what the main lesson was that he learned in suicide bomber training school. And Ahmed answered location, location, location. In watching my videos that I've done thus far, I've realized that I think that being behind the table has been restricting me, because it doesn't allow me to animate. It doesn't allow me to express emotion or any sort of thing that would kind of draw you in, which I understand that. Especially, watching, I'm able to look at my videos from a third-party perspective and see that. That is a lot of the reason that I wanted to do this video, is that there is a song, if you're an 80s or a 90s kid, there's a song that came out by a group called the Mighty Mighty Bosstones in 97, I believe. And it was called The Impression That I Get. And it got me thinking, after listening to the song that I hadn't heard for probably 10 years, it got me thinking about what impression viewers were getting of my videos. And growing up, parents always taught their kids that, the first impression is always, the one that kind of sticks. And I know that as time goes on, it's really hard, as people change, it's hard to kind of stick to that first impression, because you kind of evolve as a person and you change with the time. But I think if the first impression that you give off is as genuine as humanly possible for you, I believe that you won't have trouble maintaining some version of that impression going forward. And I feel like, for me personally, I just feel like me sitting behind the table and not really being as engaging and as animated as I could possibly be, I feel like that was not the best first impression. So I can understand that. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I had sent out a tweet that I had posted 2 videos that I had previously recorded from my old YouTube channel. And they were videos that I had actually recorded of a public speaking engagement that I did in either 2012 or 2013. I don't quite remember which year it was. I don't want to wager a guess, but it was just before I moved out of upstate New York. The public speaking engagement videos were me at my former high school, and I was speaking to the seniors of my former English teacher, and she just wanted me to kind of interact with them and see what they had planned for life after high school, and she wanted me to explain things that I had gone through. And I went back and I watched those videos a couple days ago, and I realized as much as I've said I don't like talking in front of crowds, I realized that talking to them, I was a lot more animated. I think because I was able to see who I was interacting with, whereas with YouTube, it's difficult because unless you are doing something on camera with somebody else, you don't see your audience. And so what I'm hoping that I can get my viewers to do is look at the two public speaking videos. And if you've watched any of my videos previously or prior to those, I want you to kind of come up with a way and after you watch this video, of course, I want you to come up with a way that you think, for you as the viewer, I can improve upon that hurdle of not being able to emote without having somebody around. Because I'm not always going to have somebody around, and I realize that. And other locations you think might be better, because I realize probably being outside, except for right now because it's cold, being outside might do better, just because I think, breathing in fresh air kind of does actually put you in a better mood, and it puts you in a better frame of mind. But I want you to look at the public speaking videos, and whatever videos that you have watched of mine prior to that, I want you to comment under this video and, be honest with me. Tell me what you think might be a good method for me to, kind of not be so pausing to, find the words. How can I, make it flow, kind of thing. And I really want some feedback from you guys, because ultimately, I know I'm making content that I enjoy and that, is, personal to me, and it's something I would watch, but it's also, I want to connect with my viewers. So let me know what you think, and, hopefully I can implement some of the tips going forward, just to kind of improve upon my content. So I will see everybody soon, and I hope everybody's happy and healthy, and we will talk again. And additionally, one of the things that happened today as I'm recording this, there is a morning show locally that I watch, and they have a daily question. And the question today was, what movie have you seen that you recommend to other people? The movie that came to my mind first and foremost that I've seen recently was a movie called Wonder. It was about a boy who had a condition that caused him to have a facial deformity. And me being a special needs individual, it definitely resonated with me, because I saw how he struggled socially with other people and to fit in socially. And I went to see it with my mom because we wanted to see what parallels there were between my mom and the way that she raised me and the things that she thought and had to do in raising me, and we wanted to see what parallels could be drawn between her and Julia Roberts' character as she was raising her son. I believe his name was August. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but I believe his name was August. And um, we wanted to see kind of where the parallels were between the parental aspect of it, and it kind of reminded me, although I've always said that I don't ever consider myself having ever been bullied. um, I do acknowledge that there were some social awkwardness. There was some social awkwardness, and um, people just basically took their first impression by looking at August, and they judged him based on that. And when they actually, took a step back and decided to get to know him, they had a different impression. So, as I said before, I want you guys to give me your impression of the two videos that I posted of the public speaking, but I also want you guys to give me your impression as to this video and how you think I can improve going forward, just so I can better myself, because it's also, I think for me, going on YouTube is kind of a self-improvement kind of thing. So yeah, that's that. So let me know.